If you're a man over 30, you want to lose the belly, get your energy back and feel in control again, but you don't know where to start, today you will finally understand what you should be doing. I'm going to give you the 7 simplest steps possible for you to start implementing right away. And I guarantee if you follow these 7 steps and you apply them for 1 week, you're going to feel a massive difference. So just get ready, save this video, write the steps down, apply them 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I guarantee you're going to start 2026 the best way possible. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So the number one thing that you need to fix is your first meal. Why is this important? A lot of people start their day with carbs. You will be different. You will not start the day with carbs. You're going to start the day with protein, fats, and no carbs. Why is that? Because you need to keep your insulin levels low. You need to keep your body in a fat burning state. And when you eat carbs, you spike your insulin. You're going to be sluggish, low energy. You don't want carbs in the morning. So that's the first thing that you're going to start fixing is the first meal, 2, 3, 4 hours upon waking up. You have your first meal, you eat protein, you eat fats, you don't eat carbs. So eggs, avocado, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, berries, that's fine. Okay, when I'm saying carbs, it's breads, cookies, pastries, bagels. Okay, so stick to Greek yogurt, eggs, cottage cheese, avocado, and that's basically it. Okay, so high protein, moderate fat, low carb. These will massively improve not only your body composition, your energy, your focus. You're going to stop having brain fog, and you're going to continue with that fat burning state from the night before. So remember, first meal, you can have it within 3 to 4 hours upon waking up. So don't just wake up and go straight to eat. So wait 3 to 4 hours, have your water with a little bit of electrolytes, some caffeine, 60 to 90 minutes upon waking up. After that, you can break your fast. Remember, high protein, moderate fat, minimal carb. This will fix your energy. It will fix your cravings. You are not going to have any energy crash anymore. And why is this important? This is basically going to improve your insulin sensitivity. It's going to improve your insulin levels. It's going to reduce cravings. It's going to prevent energy crashes later on. You're going to be sharp all the time. You're not going to have any energy crash 2, 3 hours after breakfast or at 3 p.m. Remember, hydrate in the morning. You have your first meal, no carbs, leave the carbs to later in the day. And that's basically it. Remember how you start the day. It will set a tone for everything else that will happen. And if you start fixing your first meal, everything else will fall in place. Which brings me to point number 2, walk 10 to 12,000 steps per day. It's not to run. So a lot of people think that they go to the treadmill, they run for 30 minutes, they get 7,000 steps and that counts as steps. When I say steps, walking. Why? Because walking burns calories without increasing your appetite, without increasing your cortisol levels, without decreasing your testosterone levels. And if you're doing excessive cardio, that's going to have negative impact. So you're going to have more stress hormones in your body. Hunger hormones will be completely upside down. You're going to have cravings. So you want to aim for to 10, 12,000 steps ideal. So what I say to my clients most of the time is, if they're getting the workout in, for example, 45, 50 minutes strength training, on that day you can get 8,000 steps. If you're not working out, at least 10 to 12,000 steps per day. So this is going to control your appetite, your cortisol levels, your testosterone levels. It will improve your insulin sensitivity. And one thing that I suggest is at least the first 3 to 4,000 steps of the day in a fasted state. So no food at all. So commit to that. You have your first meal, your high protein, your moderate fat, and your low carb or minimal carb only after you get 3,000-4,000 steps at least, ideally even more, ideally even 5,000 steps, but that's not always possible. So you want to commit to steps before eating. And the main benefit of this is that walking will improve your insulin sensitivity. It will regulate your hunger hormones. It's going to increase your testosterone levels. It's going to decrease your cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone that increases the likelihood of you accumulating fat around the belly. And basically, again, everything will fall in place. So just remember, 3,000 to 4,000 steps before your first meal. It will improve your energy levels and it will make you burn fat without any effort. Which brings me to point number 3, which is 3 strength training sessions in a smart way. When we say strength training, we need to be careful. I could do a video hours talking about strength training. Strength training is not just go to the gym and do some chest press exercises and some lat pull down and some push-ups and crunches or planks. When I say strength training in a smart way is 45 to 50 minutes, mainly compound movements, 80 to 90% compound movements. Think of this. You do, for example, some squats and then you do some supersets with bench press, 3 sets or 4 sets. Then you do some supersets of Bulgarian split squats or walking lunges, superset with, I don't know, some pull-ups or rows or some shoulder press. Then, for example, some Romanian deadlifts, superset with shoulder press or barbell rows or bench press. And I just gave you a workout, 6 exercises. If you do these 6 exercises that I just told you, in 45 minutes, you're destroyed the next day, you're going to feel it. That's why I say you need to train in a smart way, because if you do strength training in a smart way, you're going to boost your testosterone levels, you're going to boost your growth hormone, improve insulin sensitivity, burn fat without compromising lean muscle. So that's what you want. You don't need to train 5 days a week or 6 days a week like a 20-year-old guy. If you're 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, you don't need to train 5 days a week, right? So I got my best results, and I get my best results training 3 to 4 days a week maximum. 3 strength training sessions are more than enough, because you want to prioritize recovery. And if you train in a smart way, the right type of exercises, 6 exercises per session, mainly compound movements, activate big muscle groups that will boost your testosterone levels, that will increase your caloric expenditure, and that will give you the body composition that you want. So if you're training 3 days a week, you want to aim for a full body workout. If you still want to go more times to the gym, you can do 4 days a week. In that case, I don't recommend full body. You can do 1 day upper body, 2nd day lower body, then upper body, then lower body. So 2 days upper, 2 days lower. If you're super busy and if you cannot commit to 4 days, you don't need to train 4 days a week. I give to my clients sometimes 4-day routine. If they really enjoy it, you don't need that to get the results that you're looking for. So if you commit to the first one, great meal, minimal carb, more protein, more fats, less carbs, then you commit to get your 8, 10, 12,000 steps per day. Then you get your 3 full body sessions per week strength training. You're already ahead of the game and you're going to get great results with it. Which brings me to point number 4, which is sleep. I know this is a boring topic, but you need to sleep ideally before 10 p.m. Why is that? 2 weeks ago, I had a call with a client and he told me something interesting, which is I'm sleeping 8 hours, but I sleep from midnight to 8 a.m. more or less, right? Like midnight or 12:30 a.m. until 8:30. So 7.5 to 8 hours. Is this the same as sleeping at 9:30 or 10? No, it's not the same. And why is that? Without being too technical, the period where you're going to release more growth hormone and testosterone in your body is between 10 and midnight. So if you go to bed at midnight or 1, you're losing the best window for growth hormone and testosterone production. Now, of course, if you really can't go to bed before that, that's fine. Okay, we're not here aiming to be perfect. We're just aiming for progress. What you need to try to do is go to bed at 10, wake up at 5, 5:30 or 6, and you get 7 to 8 hours, which is more than enough. Why is sleep so important? I see so many people, and I know that I speak about this, and people still think about supplements and more workouts and all these fancy things, when sleep is literally the foundation. Sleep is where your body releases testosterone, growth hormone, is where you actually recover, is where you build muscle, is where all the adaptation takes place. So it's important that you get 7 to 8 quality hours of restorative sleep. Half of that should be REM sleep, deep sleep. Get a whoop, track, understand the behaviors, what impacts your REM sleep, your deep sleep, your HRV, your resting heart rate. So it's important to understand these metrics and how your body reacts to certain patterns so that you adopt certain behaviors to improve your sleep. I see so many people, they're training 5 days a week and then sleeping 6 hours. And if that's you, please just try to sleep 1 hour extra and skip 2 workouts. It's way better. Get a nap and skip 1 or 2 workouts. It's way better, trust me. During the workouts, it destroys muscle. During the sleep, you actually rebuild. That's why if you do strength training, full body, then good night's sleep, the next day you recover, get your steps, get your protein, control your stress, get sunlight, then the next day you work out again. Okay, then you're gonna have again 48 hours to recover. Then you train again. So if you do this, you're hitting the sweet spot, which is stimulate and then you recover. Otherwise, you're always in this fight or flight. You're always beating your body, work out. And then your body doesn't have time to actually recover and you're just breaking it down. And it's during sleep that all of this happens. So improve your sleep. Try to go to bed before 11 p.m. That's where you're going to have more growth hormone and more testosterone. That's where most of the adaptation will come. And again, you're going to see a huge difference in your energy, in your fat burning state, in your brain. You're going to start having less brain fog and everything else will improve. Which brings me to point number 5. Eat 3 meals and absolutely no snacks in between. All right. So 3 meals, 50 grams of protein each. Commit to this. I'm not asking you to track your fats and your carbs in detail. Okay, ideally you can do that for 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks and understand what you're putting in your body. But if you want something quick, it's this one. First step, no carbs the first meal. All right, no carbs the first meal, high protein, moderate fat. 3 meals, 40 to 50 grams of protein in every meal. All right, no snacks in between, absolutely. So if you eat at 8, then you eat at 12, then you eat at 7, you don't eat anything in between. You go to a coffee shop, you order one Americano, or you drink water, that's it. You resist temptations, no snacks, no cookies, nothing. Why? This will not only improve your fat burning abilities, it will improve your insulin sensitivity. And by improving your insulin sensitivity, you're going to be more insulin sensitive. That means you're going to burn more fat, you're going to optimize all your hormonal functions. You're going to improve your testosterone, growth hormone, insulin, cortisol. Everything will fall in place and you're going to burn more fat. A lot of people have their glucose levels normal, but their insulin levels are already elevated. That means they're starting to be insulin resistant. So you need to be aware of that. So why is it so important to eat 3 meals without any snacks? It will improve your insulin sensitivity. It will make you burn fat. And if you have 50 grams of protein in 3 meals, you have already 150 grams of protein, which is probably more than enough for you. Of course, it depends on your height, your weight, your activity levels, your age. But let's say if you have 150 grams of protein per day, you're good. First meal, 50 grams. Second meal, 50 grams. Third meal, 50 grams. If you have a couple of eggs and egg whites, you're done. Second meal, if you have salmon or chicken breast, 200 or 300 grams, you're done. For dinner, 7 p.m., you have a steak, you're done. It's super easy to get protein. 3 meals, absolutely no snacks in between, which brings point number 6, which is at zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio is basically where you have your heart rate between 60 to 70%. And the benefit of this is it's a pure fat burning state. So ideally, you want our heart rate to be between 20 to 130, perhaps 140, 40 minutes, 2 or 3 days a week. So you see where I'm going with this, right? So you can work out every day. You can train every day, just in a smarter way. If you're doing the 3 sessions that I just told you, you go to the gym 6 days a week, which is more than enough. You hit all the things that you want, which is strength training, cardio, but you do it in a smart way without beating your body. This is literally what's going to give you that lean and defined look. You're going to get rid of the belly fat. You're going to control your cravings, your energy, your recovery. So one day, strength training, full body, 45 minutes. You beat your body with good compound movements. The next day, you can do your zone 2 cardio, 30 to 45 minutes. Treadmill, bike, rowing machine, Stairmaster. Ideally, what I recommend is treadmill. Why? Burn more calories because you're moving, you're using more your core, your glutes, your calves, your quads. So you can do bike as well, for example, 40, 45 minutes from time to time. That's why I always recommend zone 2 cardio, ideally on a treadmill, because you combine two. You combine zone 2 and you get steps, which will help you massively with point number 2, which I mentioned, which is get your steps 8, 10, 12,000 steps. And if you do the zone 2 cardio 3 days a week, for these 3 days, you're going to have perhaps 5,000, 6,000 steps, even more. Depends on the amount. It depends if you walk 30 minutes or 50 minutes or 1 hour. If you're running a lot on a treadmill or outside or cycling or doing brutal HIIT classes, you're increasing a lot your cortisol, your hunger hormones. That means after that, you're going to release more cortisol, more fat accumulation. You're going to destroy muscle. You're going to have more appetite. You're going to feel like you deserve more carbs. And if you commit to strength training and walking, you're going to be stable. You're going to be sharp and stable. You're not going to have cravings, you're not going to be craving pasta and carbs. You're going to be fine. You're going to be completely dialed in. Cortisol levels are good. Testosterone levels will be good. Now, I'm not saying you cannot run. Run once a week, HIIT once a week. That's totally fine. But the zone 2 needs to be strategic. 3 days a week. Get your steps. Walk, incline, treadmill, incline 10 to 12, fast pace, 4.5 to 5 kilometers per hour. And you're good to go. Walk 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And after that, you're done, which brings me to point number 7, which is alcohol and the weekend. So now, I know this is a bit controversial, but I need to be straightforward with you. If I need to give you the 7 best steps in order for you to get it on track, number 7 will be controlled alcohol intake. I've seen this over and over. I see people on track Monday to Friday, and then they ruin everything with the weekends. And the problem with the weekends is that we're not talking here about cheat meals or pizza or anything. I'm talking now specifically about alcohol, because a lot of people cannot give up on alcohol. Even if you drink 2 glasses, 3 glasses, you're not going to benefit from it, all right? So, because when you drink alcohol, the priority of your body is to get rid of the alcohol. So you stop burning fat. MPS. MPS is basically muscle protein synthesis, which is your ability to build muscle, okay? Very simple. And when you drink alcohol, MPS is on hold, stop burning fat, and your liver is busy getting rid of that. So if you literally, like in 7 weeks, if you cut alcohol completely, you're going to feel like your face, like you're going to be leaner, sharper, your sleep will be better. You're going to have room for other type of calories that you probably enjoy way more than alcohol. You're not going to mess up with your sleep, right? Because alcohol is the #1 fat loss killer. It disrupts your REM sleep, your deep sleep, your recovery. Stop burning fat disrupts muscle building, like literally everything. If you can commit for one thing now for the next 7 weeks, control the weekends, absolutely no alcohol. You're going to feel a huge, huge difference. And I've seen this over and over. Guys that join the system, they are drinking. As soon as they stop drinking, after 7 weeks, 8 weeks, they don't miss it at all. They become like super sharp. Triglycerides improve, glucose levels, insulin, their sleep, their recovery. They start getting like they're leaner. The midsection starts to get leaner, sharper. They feel completely different. Now, I'm not saying for you not to drink, but if I had to give you my 7 best advices, This would be one of them. And I'm being here very straightforward. I'm here talking with you like I would be talking with a client. This is the conversation that I will have with you if you ask me, what are the 7 things that I can do in order to change my life and my body? So to recap, number 1, high protein meal, high protein, moderate fat, low carb, 3 to 4 hours upon waking up. Get your steps before that. Remember, no carbs for the first meal. Control your first meal, you control the rest of the day. Second one, walk 10 to 12,000 steps per day. If you're working out on that day and if you're super busy, get 8,000 steps. If you're not working out, get 10 to 12,000 steps per day. Ideally, 3 to 4,000 steps before your first meal. Point number 3, 3 strength training sessions per week, 3 full body workouts. If you're training 4 days, do 2 days upper body, 2 days lower body. 45 minutes is more than enough as long as you're training in a smart way. Number 4, sleep before 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. ideally. This will improve your REM sleep, your deep sleep. So dim the lights at night, take magnesium glycinate, avoid blue lights at night, don't be on the phone, cold room, all these sleep techniques. I have a full-blown video talking about sleep and how to improve it. So fix your sleep and everything else will fall in place. Number 5, 3 proper meals, no snacks in between. 3 meals with 50 grams of protein. First meal at 8, second meal at 12, third meal at 7. Example, you don't need to follow this. Absolutely no snacks in between. 3 meals high in protein, first meal, no carbs. Number 6, add 2 or 3 zone 2 cardio sessions per week. 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Zone 2 cardio doesn't beat up your joints. It doesn't increase your stress levels, your cortisol. It doesn't mess up with your hunger hormones. If you're short on time and you just want to be consistent, 30 to 40 minutes is more than enough. Number 7, alcohol intake. Commit to cutting alcohol completely, and this will become a habit. The more you say no to something, the easier it will be to resist that. And of course, you might miss it the first couple of days, first couple of weekends, but once you commit, once that becomes part of your identity, it will be way easier for you to sustain. And trust me, within 7, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, you're not going to miss that at all. And you just wish you had started sooner with this. I hope these 7 points were useful for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any topic that you would like me to dive in detail. And in case you're struggling with sleep and you want to know exactly what you should be doing in order to improve your sleep, you can check this video right here where I dive in detail on sleep. Subscribe for more and I'll see you on the next one.